Hey, what's going on, you guys? Your boy S Review back with another video, and this video is just gonna be my thoughts on the new Dragon Ball Z Ultimate Tenkaichi Hero Mode Boss Battle. Now, people have been leaking this trailer on so many videos, man. Like, soon as Namco Bandai uploads their video, somebody has to copy it and put it up again and again and again. And this, if you type in that trailer, man, you will see that people have been posting that video over and over again. You know, and I feel like, hey, it's time for me to go and get my thoughts about it. You guys have been PMing me about it. It's late at night right now, so I'm going to try to be a little more silent because I got people sleeping up in the house. But yeah, let's get into that trailer right there. Now, you guys know I'm hyped up about the game. You know, I'm really ready to get this game. I'm stoked about the different gaming mechanics about it and the create a character mode. You know, people have been showing certain segments of the create character mode, and they finally got into the boss battle. Now, let me just say that I am a little bit disappointed for the boss battles. You know, I thought it would be something that would get me more pumped for the game, but it's kind of like lowered my expectations for the game. But in a sense, my expectations for that certain segment of the video game were already lowered because I've seen other boss battles. Like, we got a chance to see the Giant 8 Vegeta boss battle, and another one would have to be the Janemba boss battle. Now, that Janemba boss battle was one of the funniest boss battles ever because, you know, I was looking at it, and I know a lot of people was disappointed, man. If you look into the comments section below for those videos, like the Janemba boss battle, man, people was not feeling that shit. And for the most part, I wasn't really feeling it. It could have been executed better. And the approach in the avenue that they're trying to go in is they're trying to be like CyberConnect 2's Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm 1, where you would have to sit in a certain remote location in one spot and be evasive and dodge the giant boss's attacks. Now, the game mechanics for Ultimate Ninja Storm 1 were done well because it was smart how they put you in one location, but you weren't that limited to your location. You had more free room to move around. I love that. And essentially, you know, it fit that part of the game well, you know, because the ninjas, they can't really fly, they can't jump around that much. They can only throw shuriken, and they can attack. Like when I want to use this for an example. When you had to go up against Gamma Bunta, when he got the chance to like hit you, he would strike you down with that blade, with that little what do you want to call it? Like, I guess you can call it a katana, that little mini katana, man. When he hit you with that sucker, man, if he missed you, you got a chance to wail on his arm, or you got a chance to hit him in the face. I mean, there were certain segments of his body that were still vulnerable. But up in the Janemba versus Goku fight, man, the shit was so thrown off. It looked like it was incomplete. They tried to go in with the quick action button command system, but everything to me was a failure because they put you on this small ass platform, and I swear to God, they have the same exact mechanics that the Ultimate Ninja Storm 1 had, where you had to dash around, you had to try to evade Janemba's set view of attacks, which they vary a lot. Oh my God, like the attacks vary a lot. Now, the only thing that I seen Janemba doing was throwing like those little jelly bean things from the environment of the other world, you know, since he's altered the dimension a little bit. He's throwing those jelly beans at Goku, and that's the only thing he's doing. He's just sitting there. He's not active at all. He doesn't really do that many attacks. He only does two moves. Throws jelly beans and tries to slap at you. And when he tries to slap at you, that's the only time you can hit him. That's the only time he's vulnerable. No other body segments are, you know, able to be touched. You can't touch his stomach. You can't touch his head. I don't even think you can throw blast at him, which I was surprised that they didn't do. They didn't try to throw blast, because at least up in, you know, Ultimate Ninja Storm, you were able to throw blast. But the only thing that were good about that gameplay for those particular boss segments is like when you get to a certain level of damage, on that boss, that's when you go into the classical Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball GT cutscene where you know what moves are going to be inflicted. Like when you try to throw a Kamehameha at Janemba, you know that Janemba's going to get ready to throw like a duplicate Kamehameha where he puts his hand out and he shows like a little clone of Goku and he throws it, you know. Then he gets all crunking into it and he's like, oh, it's on that part, and then he does the teleport punches, which I think they should have, you know, applied that in the gameplay itself instead of just making it a quick time action. You know, so on and so forth. Now the gameplay for the creator hero mode is similar to that of that Goku and Janemba boss battle, but what I liked about it, I like how they tried to involve your character more, and they're trying to give a more in-depth story to that. You know, because it seems like your character's going to be involved a lot up in the story, especially in certain classical moments up in GT and Dragon Ball Z. But I wasn't feeling it because they have your character on this little building that isn't spaced out at all compared to the Ultimate Ninja Storm. Like, he's just sitting on a building, and what you basically have to do is pretty cliched. You just dodge giant ape babies' attacks that he throws like those little finger beams out. And I found that to be a little redundant, and it looks automatically like it's going to be repetitive. And I have to say that it's kind of stupid for a Dragon Ball Z game, because you know Dragon Ball Z is on a whole nother level when it comes to destruction compared to Ultimate Ninja. Don't get me wrong, Ultimate Ninja has a lot of destruction, but come on, man. People that can destroy planets can easily destroy a building that you're standing on. So when he's throwing beams at a building and it's not exploding, that just has like fail written all over it. I mean, I'm not trying to be harsh on the game. I'm still ready for the game to come out, but I mean, I'm just not feeling it. And Dragon Ball Z characters, why would they be bound to one spot when they can fly over like buildings and jump from building to building and, you know, fly towards your enemy and be more evasive that way? Why would they just stand in one location? You know, now what I think they should do is, well, what I think they should have done, I don't know if they're gonna, like, they've confirmed that that game style will be like that, or if they're gonna change anything. What they should have did, if you guys remember from Kingdom Hearts 2, on like one of the final stages when you're in that city and you're going to fight Xemnas for the final battle, you remember how the elements and how the environment just kept on changing. Like when you got a chance to like jump from platform to platform, when you're jumping building from building and you're watching Sora slice these buildings as they come towards him, it was just so different and innovative, and that was the correct way to use quick action button commands to me. I mean, they shouldn't make quick action button commands just like a simple input. Like even Ultimate Ninja Storm, they did a good job of not just, you know, implying quick action button commands. You know, make it where you had to do it a lot and make it different, you know, in different approaches. Now, essentially, for the most part, it seems like Ultimate Tenkaichi is also taking the button quick time action button command system directly from CyberConnect 2's Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm. Like the scheme is the same. You have to tap X repeatedly to get out of certain tight situations. You have to press like a random assortment of buttons to evade attacks. I mean, it's good. I mean, hey, it's your world. We're living in it. Hopefully it turns out good, but I'm not feeling it. The only thing that I like is it's the exact same fighting sequence from the Dragon Ball GT when Goku, Super Saiyan 4 Goku, fought off against the Great Ape Vegeta. Baby Vegeta, I mean. It's the same sequence. You got a chance to see him like do the little flip kick where Goku hits Baby on the top of the head. You got to see him smack him up in the forehead, you know. I'm not sure. I'm not feeling the voice work for the Great Ape of Baby Vegeta. I mean, it doesn't sound like Mike McFarlane. I don't know if they got a different person to do it, but the graphics look very good. I mean, the fur looks very detailed. You can see different follicles of hair on Baby. But yeah, I mean, I'm not really impressed with the boss battling. I mean, I like what they're trying to do with your character, but hopefully up in the real story where you got a chance to play the actual story with the Dragon Ball Z and the GT characters, they fix some things and they make it more close to the original story, because you know the GT saga for any Dragon Ball Z game that it was put on was kind of done half-assed, you know. Hopefully they give us a full GT story with more characters. Now, the next thing that I want to get into would have to be Kingdom Hearts 3. Because I know you guys, you know, you're not aware that I am a Kingdom Hearts fan. And there are some things that I want to talk about, certain gameplay elements and predictions on what I think Kingdom Hearts 3 is going to be like. Now, let me just say this right here. Tetsuya Nomura is a fucking genius. I mean, you know, he's known for his character designs. He's known for certain characters that he's made, and he's also well known for the Final Fantasy VII series, which is a beastly series. Hopefully, he comes out with a remake for the PS3. You know, because we got a chance to see what it would be like if he came out with a remake of Final Fantasy VII on that technical demo for the PS3, and it still looks awesome to this day. Now, Kingdom Hearts would have to be one of my favorite RPGs of all time, because how good the story is, how deep the story is, and how there are no limits to what can happen up in the story, and just those certain elements of surprise just get me all the time. It's one of my favorite video games in terms of action, story, and RPG style. When I first got introduced into Kingdom Hearts, I just remember seeing the commercial. That shit was just amazing. Like, it was like one of those whoa shit. It had a whoa shit factor to it, because when you saw the commercial, you didn't know what to think of it, because you saw like a collection of your favorite characters from Final Fantasy and also from the Disney universe, which I enjoyed. You know, it was a new approach. It was refreshing to see something like that. It was new, and you know, ever since the first installment, I've been following all of them, and all the way to the 6th installment, which was Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep. Now, I like how everything is presented up in there, man. Like, even if it's a prequel, a sequel, or a spin-off, everything ties in perfectly. If you want to know how Sora really became the Keyblade Master, everything is revealed in one installment or the other. All the characters get a good closing. All the characters get introduced correctly, and all the characters get taken out correctly. I love all of that. I love the back history of all the characters. Now, what I'm hoping they do for Kingdom Hearts 3 is apply certain mechanics from each game. Now, the first game, I would have to say I love the gameplay the most, because it had more of an RPG feel to it. You know, an RPG, there are certain things you can do, but you're also bound to certain elements. You can't do everything. That's what I love about RPGs. You can't jump around that much. You can't go anywhere you want. It's not too free roam, but it's just perfect. Now, for Kingdom Hearts 2, I love the mechanics for that, but I felt like there was too much that you could do. And for the most part, I think it was a little easier than Kingdom Hearts 1, you know. But it was still a good game. I still played 100%. I played the game 100%. I pretty much completed all the missions, collected all the Dalmatians or whatever, collected all the pages to that Winnie the Pooh book. I did everything. You know, that's one thing I always do. I always set a goal to unlock everything on each Kingdom Hearts game, so I can get all those stories, man. Like, get the ending things, which are well worth it. You know, people might be like, "Oh, Esper, that's not even worth it, man. You're just a loser." You know, you want to just complete a whole game just so you can unlock 30 seconds of a little teaser? Yes, fuck yes, it is well worth it. If you want to know what's going to happen in the next installment, why not? Why not brag about your accomplishments? I love all that. Now, hopefully, you know, it seems like there's a chain going. Like, all the years when these games are released are kind of equal. Well, they're not equal, but they're even. We always get an even year when these games come out, because the first one came out in 2002, and we had to wait, I think, at least 4 years for the second one to come out, because it came out in 2006. And I think Birth by Sleep came out 4 years later after Kingdom Hearts 2. Now, what I'm hoping they do is they try to apply the video game mechanics from part 1 and part 2 and Birth by Sleep. You know, try to make it a little more RPG-ish from the first one, and also try to combine some elements like the different forms. Maybe if if you guys remember, you can level up in those forms. Like you can level up in courage, you can level up in the final form, your master form. There were certain abilities that you can obtain for the normal sword if you leveled up high enough. Like for example, I gained the ability to fly, I gained the ability to spin in the air. So maybe if at the beginning of Kingdom Hearts 3 they can apply that, where you can actually fly and do all those different abilities that Sora was able to learn from the second one, that will make the continuity greater. You know, people will be more comfortable with it, especially people that are familiar with the second installment. They will love that game. They will love how, you know, how Square-Enix pays attention to stuff and what the fan base wants, not only in Japan but also in America, because you know Kingdom Hearts has become a big hit in America. I hope they do that. Another thing that I think they should add would have to be the the command system. Now that command system from Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep was so beastly, it was filthy, and just that the new approach, I think that was the best one that they had. That system right there, the command system, where you got a chance to, like, what you had to do was you had to get a certain amount of points and hit points, and certain things had to be fulfilled in order to advance your combat and your combo system. And you could also do special attacks, like when Taro got to do these this kind of blade. I forgot what kind of blades they were. They were these light blades or whatever. I think no, that wasn't Taro. That was Ventus. They had the little light blades. I think Taro just had a long sword, but you get what I'm talking about. If they just applied that, that would be awesome. That would be great. That would be a good rendition if they were able to do that. Now, hopefully they explain more about what happens to everyone, because we are still in the dark what happens to Taro. You know, for the most part, we know what he is and what he becomes. He becomes one of the main parts of all 3 installments of the main ones, like Birth by Sleep, including the spin-offs. Hopefully they show that. You know, I mean, people are still in the dark, if you know what I mean. I don't want to spoil too much for you, but everything just ties in so perfectly with the series. Like, you get a chance to see why Kairi gets her Keyblade. You get a chance to see why Riku gets his Keyblade. And hell, for the most part, I think you get a chance to see why Riku is able to obtain the body of Xehanort on Kingdom Hearts 2. Why he's able to use that vessel in the skies to go around like he's Ansem and pose like he's Ansem. Spoiler alert for this one, because up in Birth by Sleep, he actually interacts with Terra in order to obtain that body. You know, like, it's just a lot of stuff that ties in. You know, even if they don't say it, you can think back. You be like, hey, okay, oh, that's why this character is where they are. You know, and that's why Sora is able to use the Keyblade. You know, it's just, everything is just like, it's done perfectly. Like, the story is sewn together so nicely. It's not predictable. Everything has that whoa shit factor to it. I love that. I mean, now I have a friend that's gotten 100% up in the game of Birth by Sleep, and we know we have a teaser for that. And it looks like they have older versions of Sora, Kairi, and Riku up in this. So hopefully they use those characters. I'm pretty sure they are, because like I unlocked the ending theme for part 2. We got a chance to see Terra, Kairi. I mean, why did I say Kairi? Terra, Ventus, and Aqua up in their armored forms, even though we didn't know who they were. But we knew it was going to be a prequel after we saw that the field of old Keyblades, and we saw the Keyblade Master walking. So we knew it was going to be the origins of the Keyblade Masters. We knew how that story was going to be out. But Kingdom Hearts 3 looks like it's going to be a sequel, and it looks like it might be the final installment, because they have grown. So yeah, that's just my thoughts on it. I want to say that this game might come out in the year 2013 or 2012. I don't know. I know I always joke back and forth with Neo. You know, he always talk about when it's going to come out. And I always say it's going to be out in the year 2040, or hopefully our grandkids will be able to play the game. But that's just my thoughts on it, my predictions. You know, hopefully they apply all the different mechanics, like make it more RPGs like the first one. Give us certain abilities that we acquired up in the second one, and we also get the command system that we had up in Birth by Sleep. But what are your thoughts about it? Do you think that Dragon Ball Z Ultimate Tenkaichi trailer was a disappointment? You know, because I thought it was a little disappointing to see how sorry that boss battle was. Because I feel like if you're gonna try to go for the Ultimate Ninja Storm approach, you know, make it more fluid, make the quick time action button commands, you know, more integrated into the gameplay. Don't just have them like sitting there and be bound to one spot, especially for a Dragon Ball Z character. It just doesn't seem like it works. But what do you think about Kingdom Hearts 3? Do you think it's going to come out in the first place? Do you think it's going to be a good game? Do you think Tetsuya Nomura is going to just do a hell of a good job like he always does? Give your thoughts. But this is just a video I want to get out. It's probably not going to be any background music because my internet has been acting up. I'm probably going to have to upload this video somewhere else. But yeah, this is your boy S Review coming back with another video, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out.